hypothesis. One of the hypotheses might be that people who are looking for similar relationship criteria might be best match for others. Like casual data should only might be more likely to meet casual datings, and people who are looking for marriage should meet them.
Quality of PRD that this agent has given me.
We are creating Hangout creation screen with the code and the preview. Now let's actually go ahead and do some analysis on customer research, right? And we have those of you who haven't done already, we are doing formula bot here for data analysis, right? I have added the link. Let me put this in chat again. Those of you who have not created an account, you can create this. And the data set. So we don't have time to do the real analysis. So we have relied on this dating app data set from Kaggle. You can download this entire data set as CSV file here, right? If you see, I have it handy already, formula bot survey dating site, right? So you can add it here. And once your account is created, now the define part of the problem, right? We will be going ahead. So we have done the synthesizing, our secondary research is done. Assuming we have done a survey, we have spoken to the folks. In the first workshop, we also covered a tool which you can use to do surveys and interviews. You can look at that recording. It's available on YouTube, right? I'll just skip this part. You've already seen this. This is our testimonial, some of our folks. Now we'll be trying to analyze this Tinder data from, and because there were a lot of comments that we are going a bit fast, I'll slow down a bit. We are looking at this entire data, right? We are looking at the unique identifier of each user. What is their age? What is their gender? What is their height? What are their interests? What are they looking for? Are they looking for casual dating, marriage? Whether the user has any children? What is their education level? What is their occupation? What is their swiping history? How many swipes do they have done? And how often the user uses the app? And I've downloaded this data just to show you the rough view of how this data actually looks like. So this is how this actual data looks like, right? There is age, there is gender, there is height, there is interest. So if you see the interest, there is sports, cooking, hiking, music, travel. There is also what is this person looking for? Is this casual dating, friendship, marriage, long-term relationship? Do they have children or not? What is their education level? What is their occupation? How many swipes have they had, and what is the frequency of usage, right? Now, generally, when we do the analysis, the second part of defining the problem is we have hypothesis. One of the hypotheses might be that people who are looking for similar relationship criteria might be best match for others. Like casual data should only might be more likely to meet casual datings, and people who are looking for marriage should meet them. Similarly, people having similar interests, right, should be mapped to folks who have similar interests. So sports can be a common criteria. Height can, and having kids can be a criteria. Education level or occupation could be another criteria, right? We could make hypothesis saying that master's degree holder would more likely be attracted by a master's degree holder, and then we try to do that analysis. But all this analysis is time consuming, and again, like we said, in the define phase, it can take 7 to 10 days for a PM once they have all of this data to make sense of this data. So we want you to be introduced to this latest tool, which is formula bot. If I go back to the tool, let's just start a new chat. You'll see this view once you have created your profile, right? I'll just delete this, and when you click, and the best part about this tool that we realized is the utilities that it has. You can directly latch it onto your Google Play Sheets. You can have your SQL database. You can have your PDF to Excel converter if you have taken down notes and if you want to convert it that way. And there is any data source. If you have your app which is published on Google Play Store, if you want to integrate it using Google Analytics, right, you can directly go ahead and click this and you can access data from there. The power is one part of the power is in the utilities that it supports. The second one is you can just directly upload the files. I'll click here. I'll upload this CSV file. If you can see, it is uploading the file, right? It's processing the file. Once it has processed, now it is all natural language processing. You can just give it a query and say, for the selected resource source file, give me top 5 insights in Word format to create 3 visual representations that can help me with my research. So it is showing you the raw data just for you to validate it is exactly the data that you uploaded or not. And it is saying I will first inspect data set to understand the content. This is the content that I am looking for. Next, I will analyze, and it is giving you its chain of thought one by one, what exactly it is doing, right? So, and this is what it is giving you the top 5 insights, right? The average age of a user is 26 to 27 years, and the range is 18 to 35. Gender distribution is 50% males and 50% females. It's a good representation, and we pick this data because both male and female voices are equally heard in this, right? The most common relationship preference is casual dating, with 137 users saying that we want to go for casual datings. So we know we want to solve for casual dating. 28, 29-year-old folks, both male and female, want it. On average, swiping histories, they are spending almost 50 swipes before they can find someone, right? And they are bachelor degree users who are 143 users, right? And it is generating results for histograms as well. It is just trying to create 3 diagrams which you can present to your leadership in your reports. And it has given you top insight documents. So if you just download this, it has all the analysis that you have asked for. So I'll just download this till it is generating this. Let's open and see what exactly it is. So it has created a document for you, and this has all the 5 insights that you asked for, right? So single click, less than a 30-minute thing, and then also the generation of views or visualizations can be done using this. We're waiting for it to generate the. It is fascinating to see the visualizations that it create. On top of these visualizations, you can also ask it queries, right? And Formula Bot generally requires a corporate login. So Sushmit, if you can share the proxy creator email that can help people create Formula Bot accounts. In the meanwhile, we can show you some of the previous chats that we had. So I had created this research yesterday, and let me see if there is. See, this creates visualizations like this. We were doing an e-commerce data analysis. So it created an how many people are using from mobile web, and then gender diversity. And you can ask on top of this, explain this chart to me, or download this file, make the chart more interactive. Let's see if it has generated our chat. It's still generating the visualizations. Okay, so we now from user research think we should be solving for casual dating, folks who are 26, 27-year old, and fake profile is the problem that we want to solve, right? So I'll wait for these diagrams to be generated, and we can come back and look at this. But okay, let's go back to the doc, and I'll share this link again for those who are following with us. The chat. And we are done with this. So this part is done. Now, as a PM, you have your secondary research, which is done. You have fact checked it. You know the user research reviews. You have a screenshot of all your chat reviews. And from your primary research, you have done a survey. Let's see if it has been able to generate. It's not yet. And you have the top 5 insights that you want to work on. With these, ideally, a PM would want to go ahead and write a PRD so that the team can start brainstorming on it, right? I will now invite Sushil, who was our C1 cohort member, and he's also an AI expert. He's a senior product manager with Cligo and working out of Hyderabad. So if any one of you want to contact with him for his cohort and post-learning experience as well, Sushil would be running you through ChatPRD, and we'll use the same document, right? This is what ChatPRD is. It's a fantastic tool that helps you write PRD. It helps you create ideation documents. Let me just go on the home screen, brainstorm new ideas, get feedback on the existing ideas. I'll hand it over to Sushil. Let me just see one final time if the charts are generated. Not yet. So while we come back, I hope by then they will be ready and we can show that to you. So Sushil, over to you. I'll stop sharing. Do you want me to continue to share or do you want to take over the screen share?
No, I'll capture the screen.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. Over to you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So hope my screen is visible. All right. So again, a quick intro. So this is about me. I'm currently working as a senior product manager. These are the previous companies that I've worked with. Now going to the ChatPRD. So one of the most important deliverable for a PM is always a PRD that he writes. This is a mode of communication with engineering, QA, and all the other stakeholders, right? Even the business stakeholders in terms of goals and everything. So PRD is considered like one of the most important deliverable for a PM. So I'll just quickly walk you through the life cycle of a PRD. So in a PRD, one of the things that is important is discovering.
Sushil, can you put this in the presentation mode?
Right. Sorry for that. Let me do that.
And people, can you confirm? Are you able to see Sushil's screen? Because I am able to see it. JP saying he can't.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Thanks for that. Thanks for highlighting. All right. So what I'm saying is, for a PRD, one of the most important thing is the discovering and the definition part. So that comes under the brainstorming. So what are the features that I need to build? Why do I need to build? So whatever that Arun has walked you through till now, right? Data analysis, problem identification, customer pain point feedback analysis. So those things are done. Now, how do I reciprocate this into a living document, which is my PRD? So I'll just take you to the tool, and so this is a tool called as ChatPRD, which will help you to brainstorm the feature ideas, try to give you feature like what are the things that you can add, what are the things which could make your feature more interesting to the users, what are the business values. So you can kind of brainstorm and bounce ideas with the ChatPRD, which we used to do with PMs earlier before the whole AI adoption was not there. So I'll just write this prompt on brainstorming and let me see what this ChatPRD will give me as an ideas. So this is the same prompt that is added in the document there. So on the fake profiles part. So I just want to brainstorm on the fake profiles part. So what are the features that I can introduce to mitigate all the fake profiles that the user gets on a typical dating website? So these are the few ideas that ChatPRD has given me, which are profile verification, offline personality, local partnership programs. Correct. So based on this, what I've done is I've written a prompt and I've just this. So I've written a prompt and this is the PRD that it has been generated. So let me just write the prompt again. I want to walk you through the prompt as well, because this is something that has been taught here. So I'll just try to see if I can maximize this. Anyway, this is shared, so you can look into that. So the thing is, if you look at the detailed, how detailed or the exhaustive this prompt is. So you'll understand the difference between writing a prompt and a prompt engineering, right? Uh, because the better the prompt that you give to the tool, the more precise answers is what you can expect. So this prompt I've written in a markdown fashion, where I've written the task that it needs to perform, the context. I have added these features, which I've taken from the brainstorming exercise. And after the feature, I've also given an example of what sort of PRD that I need. And this example has all the detailed information. And lastly, the persona. I want this AI to act as a experienced product manager in the matrimonial and dating industry. And then the format and the tone. And once I do this, it'll generate the PRD for me. It'll take 2-3 minutes. So in the interest of time, I've already run this one. I'll show you the quality of PRD that this agent has given me. So it has given me the business goals, user goals. What are the something which are not quantifiable goals as such? Then the user stories. It has also added the personas, if you can see, right? So all these things we can add it into the prompt to make the PRD more refined. Then these are the functional requirements that I've highlighted earlier. It has also given me the priority. What feature priority should I add to what features? So all these are already been added here. You can also see the user experience part. How can the user experience be refined? So even that detail is captured in one go. So if you see, we have also added the success metrics, the behavior metrics. We have also added the technical considerations. What are the technicalities that we need to look into? Data storage, scalability. What are the feature milestones? So if you see, right, if you go back 6 months from now, 6 months before from now, this PID writing would at least have taken 2 to 3 days for any PM. And now we have written it in, let's say, less than 5 minutes. So this is the power of AI that I wanted to showcase. So you see that it is still writing the PID for me. So it will take 3-4 minutes. So I think that's all from my end. Arun, you can take the screen. Happy to answer any questions offline and online.
Yeah, I think
I have a
there are.
question, if I may.
I think
Go ahead.
Q&A. Sorry, should we take QA now or at the later stage?
I see one common question is, can you share the prompt that Sushil used? So I am sharing that prompt in the chat, and we have already shared the document. So
Yes.
we have
Yes.
added the prompt in the chat. Yeah.
So Sushil and Arun, I had one question. Like AI is something which I'm still new, but as a typical product owner or a PM, we were expected to bring it into user story. So that also is taken care eventually, or is it still at feature level right now?
Okay, I'll take over screen share and I'll walk you through that. So,
Sure.
and folks who are asking, cannot this be done with, I'll share my entire screen. So this can be built on top of custom GPT, right? And yes, please pin this document if you want to work with us. I'll share the link again, requesting all of you to keep it handy so that we lose track of this. So this has the entire document, right? Okay. Let me paste it in the chat. Please, I'll give you a couple of minutes. You can all save this document link. If you want to download a copy, you can download it as well.
Arun, I have custom GPT open. Can I show it at my end?
Yeah, you can show it. Meanwhile, people can document and keep a copy of this on their desktops so that we don't keep sharing it again and again.
Mhm. Just okay. So this is a custom GPT which is available on ChatGPT. So so I've walked you through a tool. It is which is a ChatPRD. So if you don't want to access the tool, you can also try to access similar features on a custom GPT. So you can explore custom GPTs from here. If you just write PRD, you'll see you'll see a whole lot of custom GPTs which are like already out there. You can use free of cost. So I'll just use this one for now. And if I give him
Just a
this,
question.
Mhm.
The one which was showing previously, is it a paid version for PRD creation? No,
That
right?
is, sorry, can you please come again with the question?
The one which was shown earlier for PRD
Mhm.
generation, which Sushil was showing, is it a
Great.
paid version of it?
It is, yes, it is not paid, but a freemium. Like you will get 3 free prompts. After the
Okay.
third prompt, you'll have to pay money. But you can also use custom GPTs which are available out here, which will
Mm-hmm.
more or less perform the same thing. So I've just written the
Okay.
same prompt here. And when I ask this, run the same prompt, it will also give me a PRD. So this using custom GPTs, building custom GPTs, even these are being covered in the class sessions. So we can explore all these things. Once you are familiar with AI and understand what is needed to build this kind of things, right? So it's not only the agents, but more or less the other things. So you see, right? I've given a format of PDF. So this custom GPT is able to give me a PDF. So I can directly, uh, there's some restriction on the downloading part, but you can see, right? All these things can be performed with the help of custom GPTs as well. Arun, you can take back the screen now.
Fantastic. Okay. And yeah, let me slightly also play the devil's advocate here. So we are sharing these resources, the workshop that we did last week, and we shared you the guide how to get started on N8 how to build your own agents. That will be available on YouTube. Today, everything that we are doing, all the prompts, all the instructions, and the tools, we are documented that for you, and we are sharing this free document with you, which you can download and do it in your own practice. Of course, getting cohort enrollments and working with folks who are really passionate, especially only PMs, specifically PMs who are already working in this domain, bringing a group of 20, 30 people for classroom engagement where we can learn with each other is the idea of self-discipline only. If you think you want to dedicate 5 weeks of your life, learn AI in a structured manner where there is a curriculum, where there is an outline, and you want to do hands-on with fellow PMs, build a community, build a network of AI PMs, that is what we are here for. The sessions that we do like this over the weekends are for general awareness and general public. The intent is to give whatever tools we know can help you. And I know there were some comments in the chat about outreach, growth, acquisition, all true, nothing taken apart. But if you think you need self-discipline and you want a planned course enrollment, that is what we have been pitching for, right? And yes, these tools that we are speaking of can be built on your own, can be customized. You can do with your own GPT itself. Maybe not everyone, and the folks that are out there, which is 240 or 250 odd audience, have the time to do that, build your own custom GPTs. That's why we are exposing you to these tools. Part of these tools are freely available, like helping you write a document and brainstorm new ideas. To show you what Sushil showed you was, we picked this prompt, we asked it, hey, can you do um, brainstorming with me? And it gave you the brainstorming ideas, it gave you a PRD. If you see the later half of this prompt, it can actually write all the subsections. Let me zoom this in a bit. Yeah, it can write all the document title, feature overview, and this is a ready-made template that you can also pump into your Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and help you write PRDs, right? If you have a meeting recording in your office, just say that refer to this meeting, use this prompt and write a full document for me with the acceptance criteria, tech stack, API, infrastructure requirement, and also call it out wherever you are not able to find information, tag me so that I can go and chase the right owners and get that filled out, right? If you see, I'll quickly show you the PRD document that I have stored. So if you see this PRD outline of feature of Tinder, now it is TLDR. It clearly says we are trying to build a feature of verified hangouts. So we did brainstorming initially here, like what are all the ways for people to give more uh, genuine connections or more genuine swipes on Tinder, and what are the ways that we can do that. So one of the solution that came out was um, offline meetups or verified hangouts, right? So develop verified hangouts as a feature that allows organization and attend real world meetups, boosting profile authenticity and engagement. Attendees earn a verified badge and build trust in the community, right? It by itself has given me business goals, user goals, non-goals. It has given me user story. As a single user, I want to organize a casual meetup so that I can verify others and be verified in fun in a low pressure environment. Of course, as a user, I'm looking for genuine connection. I want to see verified badges on the profiles so that I can filter fake profiles and authentic profiles. As a male user, and this is the problem that Harry came up with, I want high response rate so that I feel my interaction lead to real world connections, and real world connections are best served by verified hangouts, right? It has given me the functional requirements and it has given me the user experience. What are the user experience core design UI UX highlights that I need to have? There is success metrics, there is technical considerations and the milestones. The idea is, and I saw another couple of comments on the chat, how much can you trust this? The idea is to save your time, make you more productive. That is what AI is here for, make you more productive as a PMs, right? We are giving you these tools to save you effort of typing all of this. You can just proofread these documents, and wherever you feel that it is not correctly stated, you can make amends and then share it with your broader teams, right? So I hope that answers most of the questions. I'll just try to read if there are. Please share link for custom GPT. Sushil, can you drop in the chat for custom GPT? And yes, to write an optimized prompt,
Sure.
also best of prompts, again taught in class, not selling the code, just saying that there is a skill that you can do on your own. There is Google lab certification that is there for prompt engineering. You can do that also. That is also free of cost, right? Okay, I think we have answered all the question. So quickly coming back to the working document, as I said, this is for broadcast learning where we are trying to help the community. What we are personally invested in is building a AI PM community. If you are a PM, want to transition to an AI PM role, you might say, this is not my domain. We have seen people drop off. That's fine. If you are a PM who want to transition into AI PM role, come join us and we'll build a community of AI PMs who are interacting week on week and doing workshops like this, right? So that others can also benefit. And in India, we can create an ecosystem of AI PMs. So this one is done. I'll quickly change the emoji for this also. Now I have a PRD written, right? I have my research document also, which is ready with me. I have the customer database. What I want to do is I want to make a presentation to my teams, which is the define second part of the define. You are defining this for your team. One of the products that we showed in the first workshop was Gamma. Now we have a new one which makes PPT generation seamless and very interactive PPTs, in fact, right? Before I show you that product, I want you to see the prompt that we have written to give it to, because of course prompting is the more essential skill. So if you see the prompt, create a detailed presentation for Popai.pro for verified hangouts, which is what I want to build based on the provided documents. The documents that I will be providing is my PRD, right? My summary of the formula bot, the insights that I got, and the deep research landscape. I'm asking it to give me the problem statement, summarize the problem statement, goals, non-goals, success metrics, features overview, prototype, implementation roadmap, and risk assessment. I want you to make this in a 7 to 8 slide maximum with usual visual elements wherever possible. Again, we have used Claude to write this prompt, right? I can show you somewhere where I'd use this to write the prompt, and I'll just pick this entire thing up, copy paste in Popai.pro. Now Popai.pro, like many other apps, is a premium tool which does ask for payment, but the final, and it takes time to generate the output. So I will first show you the PPT that it is creating. Like the final PPT after I uploaded all of this is this verified hangout feature for dating app, the problem statement and context. This is the problem statement. The prevalence of fake profiles, trust deficit has significantly impacts user engagement, necessitating reboost verification feature to enhance authenticity and provide a safer environment. And this image also is generated on its own. It's a AI generated image, right? It has given me the key customer pain points. It has given me the target persona, exactly what we put it in the document. Authenticity demanded, community communication preferences, and demographics is 25 to 35-year-old. Goals and non-goals, enhancing user interaction, attracting new users, and building trust and credibility, right? All these images are generated by itself. Fostering mindful interaction and ensuring user safety, these are the goals. Limitations on profile authenticity, integration with existing features, no formal complaint system are non-goals. So you clearly know, and these are all picked from the documents that we have created. Then what are the metrics for retention and engagement, and how we will be tracking them. And finally, the technical metrics, system uptime, geolocation accuracy, optimal response time. Feature overview and prototype. And we'll be doing the prototype here, so we will wait for that. Then user journey from discovery to batch acquisition. The user journey is designed to provide a frictionless transition from discovering verified hangouts and then acquiring a batch once you meet the person. So what we are trying to design here is, I am a user of Tinder. I will set up a hangout where I should be first verified. Once I am verified, I can bring in more people. Once we meet in person, everyone who has met up will get a verified in person batch so that the authenticity of profile increases. Visual appeal and clarity, responsive design consideration, and user engagement optimization is what we want UI and UX team to follow. And finally, the implementation roadmap. So see this view itself might not be perfect to how you want to implement it in your company, right? But to create this view and to find a template and to go and do a presentation is a lot of effort for PMs today. Especially for me, it is. If it can generate something like this, I can easily go and edit the text. I can say this will probably start from week 5 to 6, right? And that's about it. And then there is team composition, who will do what. It risk assessment, and because I told it in seven slides, it has misinterpreted it and it has taken 7 sections, and that's the slide. Now let's go back and see how exactly this works, because it takes time. We had pre-run it and we had generated this. You have to give it at least 15 to 17 minutes because all these images, all these text will keep refining itself as it generates the context, right? So once you run it on your local systems, try to give it some time and it will be able to do it for you. So if I go to the home screen of this, I'll just copy paste this entire prompt of Popai.pro and I have to select AI presentation in this, that I want to generate an AI presentation. Let me show you again all the things that it can do. It can do a chat PDF for you. It can do writing. It can do paraphrasing, and it can do AI presentation. It also has AI video and image generation. One of our research associates is trying AI video, how good it is. In one of the future sessions, we will try to do a product go-to-market launch video also with this, so that we can see how can we create a product go-to-market launch video. Right now, what you need to do, and it has deep thinking. You can also select the models that are there. So if you can see DeepSeek, Claude, all these models are there, so you can run them also, right? You select AI presentation is what I want to make. You give your prompt here. You attach your documents, upload from computer, deep research, feature outline, and I will You can either say keep original, refers, or you can just write the prompt and let it do the imagination part for you. Select the slides that you want. By default, 15 is selected. You can select 7 slides. You can see word count. If you want bullet points, you can just select bullet points. This is more visual element and less text heavy. Who is the audience, right? I am showing it to my teams. I am showing it to team member. I am showing it to employee. I am showing it to investor. Let's say investor. For now, it is our team member. We are doing an internal product definition, and pick the slides from where, like what format of slides do you want? Do you want self introduction? Do you want solution? Do you want financial report? I am saying it is a project proposal. Image search is basic because pro is what you'll need to pay for. And then you just click go. It will ask you to select the template. And once you select the template, your PPT would be ready. And because it is a pro version, we have run, you can create only one slide with one account, and post that you need to pay. You can see the generated contents. This is what it generated. And as I said, it takes 15 to 20 minutes to finally refine your content. We had uploaded this 2 hours ago, but it is still generating, right? So this is the 6th tool that we wanted to introduce to you for creating your PPTs. I'll see if there are any question. I hope you are able to find value in this. Yes, nice. It's a paid tool. Exactly. So you definitely take a week time or more than that. For me, it can take more than this to generate such a PPT. It is better than Gamma. It is much better than Gamma, and that is why we wanted to introduce. It is, the templates are very fascinating. And if you are someone who's into consulting and you make decks every week, I think you can definitely go for the pro subscription. Right. So, okay. So we will go ahead and mark this one as well. Choose emoji, and this is done. Now that we have made the PRD, we have made the deck, we have presented it to the team. The next part of the 4D framework, we have done the discovery, we have done the definition. Now it is development. And for development, the first thing that we generally do is create mockups, right? And to create mockups, the tool that we are introducing to you is Visily. I'll just paste this in the chat as well.
Arun, folks are asking for break, 5 minutes break. Should we take?
Yeah, we can take a break. It was lovely to see the sentiment. This is what we strive, and this is the research that we want to do, so that when we come into these sessions, people are happy that, hey, now I know a tool which is really helpful, right? So we have done data analysis using Formula Bot. Now, with this PRD, with this data, with this deck, it's all about wireframes. How do I build the wireframes, and what tools can I use? So Figma was our go-to tool. As I said, we are introducing you to this new one, which is Visily. We find Visily fascinating. It's just too good. Let me, in fact, open Visily's homepage just to show you the power of what exactly Visily can do. And this is especially great for aesthetically challenged people. If you see, you can just draw on pen and paper and put this in Visily, and it will be able to generate the entire wireframe for you. I think there is a sketch to design. If you see this, we will also be showing that to you. So if you just draw something like this on pen and paper and then upload it here, it will be able to generate the real mockups for you. It is just fascinating. It's fantastic. Let's actually do that. Let me. So we have this Hangout creation screen where people will be hanging out. We will have date, time, and location, maximum attendees where people want to be, and location selector, map integration, privacy setting. Is it only for friends or everyone can attend? And then preview of how the screen will look like, right? One thing that you need to be aware of while using Visily, just create one screen at a time. And I'll tell you why, because we have done that with multiple screens. It's not able to consume the output, right? I'll show you what is the output that it creates. I will give it a prompt, and this is the output that it will create. Create Hangout creation, location, date, time, maximum attendees, what is the exact location, confirm location, public friends only, and this. And how easy it is, let's go to workspace. Let's create an empty screen. it has all these templates also that you can search from. If you don't want to draw even hand drawing, right, you can just go to templates, say on screen templates, I want to look for apps. In apps, let me look for dating apps. This will give you this entire template. You can pick any of these and you can just add it to your screen and you can start modifying it. It's better than Figma, it's better than Canvas. It's very specific and you can see how it deploys and looks on your screen as well, right? There are also flows that you have. You can have your diagrams and you can just search that. What I want is, I want an Ask AI thing. Generate design from text, okay? Or you can generate design from a screenshot also. If any one of you is good at drawing, you can draw and you can upload it. I think I should have one image. If I have this, right, I can try to upload this one. We can try to create this. We'll try to do that. We can generate from image to this. But first, let's try to do from text. Generate design from text. I am designing for mobile application, and I'm just doing entire screen. This is one call out that I wanted to have. Try to do single screens at a time, because multiple screens we have tried and it is not very fruitful. So I'll do a single screen and I will give it the description. I'm picking the description from here, Hangout creation screen, right? This is what I've given. Hangout creation screen from field, date and time, location, privacy setting, friends invites only, preview the Hangout screen, appear to the users, and let's hit. So it's saying something good is happening, and it has a very nice interactive view where it also says that magic takes time to work, and that's why we are creating magic. So success takes time and so does magic. So it's a very well crafted, well designed tool. It is a design tool, so it had to be well crafted.
Is this a paid tool? Sorry to interrupt.
No, there are free credits. So you see, this is a 60 credits are left free. And for screen text to design, there are credits per screen. Beyond that, of course, everything is a paid tool. So free plan has 200 credits. For you to get started, that's good enough. So before you add it to your work view or this, you can always say, okay, let me see the preview. You can see the preview. You can zoom it in and it says, okay, date, time, settings, location, maximum attendees, privacy settings, and I can save and cancel. Create request, my events, maps, and settings. If I add it to board, I can then go ahead and zoom it in and I can interact. I can see this. I can make modifications. This exactly what we wanted. And you can take this mock-up and just go ahead and anyways, once in 6 months or once in a month when you are doing prototyping, just do a pen paper thing. Ask, let's try to do that as well. Okay, so this has 2 screens. Let me just capture one of them. Let's just if I upload this, I'm uploading the 2 image and then it will. So every time you try to recreate the screen, it asks for credit. Now you can replace this with AI images, or you can ask it to convert for design. It will take 20 credits. Let's see, convert to design. Because I'm giving multiple screens, it will take time. That's why I was saying one screen at a time gives you the best output. Okay, we are also. Let's see if our data views are created or not. Okay, it is still generating results. This is some of this problem with these tools. It takes time. Okay, it has generated. Now, if you see, it will slowly improve, right? We have uploaded, just to give you the reference, we uploaded this design, right? And it will keep refining. You have to give it time. So if you see the preview, it has created this view for you: search, travel, home screen, destination, single click, and that's about it. Low fidelity to high fidelity, you can tweak the rounds and corners, right? So this is the 7th tool that we wanted to introduce to you. just convert this to done. Now the final part of develop is actually writing the code, and which is where a lot of PMs, I also saw some comments, architecture should be known, not known, and passionate discussion, right? Um, it is good to know how it is working, and it is best to know how exactly is the code written. If you are someone who's not a fan of that, again, to write this prompt, we have used Claude. We are creating Hangout creation screen with the code and the preview. We will give this entire prompt and we will ask lovable.dev to write the code for us. This is the 8th and the final tool that will be walking you through to the workshop today, right? So if you, before we give this input to the tool, we uploaded the PRD document, we uploaded the research document that we had, and then we ran this through to Claude to give us this entire prompt, right? And when we gave all of this, the output that came out of this tool, first I would want you to see that Hangout creation screen. So this, it's just running the sandbox. I've already given this entire prompt. I've run this in the past so that we can see the output. It takes time. So this is what it has created. Create your perfect Hangouts. And this is an interactive now UI, like it has written the code, and it is, if you see details preview, I can give the details. Meeting for first date with friends. This is the date and time. It actually gives you the calendar. We are meeting on 20th March. We are meeting at 7 p.m. We can search for a location. It has integrated with Google Maps, say Bangalore. Let's say HSR Street. This is given HSR Street, and it has defined the invite. How many can be the maximum attendees? Let's say 4. And okay, limit is 2. Let's say 4 folks. And description is folks connecting on Tinder. We are meeting for a brunch at HSR. It's for public or it's for friends only. And then you save draft. Your Hangout draft has been saved and your entire code is written. Now you would want to see how all of this happened. You can publish this. You can do GitHub Superbase. We are not covering that again because we do that in detail in cohort. Not promoting cohort, but we have done all of this when we introduced bolt.new. We had a workshop. The link of that will be shared on YouTube. It is already available on YouTube. You can go and see how we wrote the code, how we attached it to a database, and then how we deployed it or published this as a link, right? Let's go to the dashboard. This is how the screen will look like once you have created your account. You have to just copy paste this prompt, right? And you can, let's go to love.dat, just type it, and you can also attach screenshots. If you have done the mockups already on Visily, just attach a screenshot, write it here so that it can copy paste from there. And preview, these are the functionalities. Let me just dating app. The color of the app is orange and the text color is sky blue. Keep it consistent with that. I'm just adding some change to the prompt so that we can see what exactly it will generate this time around. So if you see, it will start creating the app, it will start writing the index file, it will start writing the code for you, and you can access all of that code. Again, disclaimer, caveat, call out, do not use this as production level code. These are for you to get started and build products. So if you see it has written the config file, you can share this with your development team and they can make tweaks. They'll have their passkeys and they'll have their authentication security mechanism in place to deploy this. But this is for you to see how code generation happens. This is the index file. This is the main landing page that it will create. It is giving it the foreground color and background color, right? So it will take some time. We'll come back to it, but I think we can take some questions in the meanwhile. You can decide that. You can give it the tech stack also, NASA. You can say, okay, I want in React, I want in React Native, I want a hybrid React Native app and underlying Java with Android. You can select that configuration in your, if it is not supporting, yes, if it is not supporting it, it will say that I'll not be able to support it. And anyways, your code compatibility can be done with GitHub Copilot, or it can be done with any of these Claude Code Gen X, which is there to translate the code. Okay, any questions that we have? Was this useful? Did you find Visily fascinating? Did you find lovable.dev and all the tools that we covered today? I hope we are making you more productive PMs. And of course, would love to see some of you learn with us as we start our third cohort. I think we are full out of seats, but reach out to Sakshi. She'll be able to make amendments for you. I'm excited to help you with the beautiful Hangout screen creation. I'll create a sophisticated Hangout screen experience. Features will be this: smooth transition of fields, premium date and time selection features, responsive design. Color will be orange and sky blue. See, this is what we added. And clean topography and hierarchy, subtle animations for interactions and smooth design. Right? You can go ahead and view the code here. This is your entire code base. You can see the changes that it has made. And this is the Delta file, which is what is generated. And then refine and customize, master prompting use. See, this also tells you how to expand with the backend. What Nisa, you were asking, how do you write node server and code? How do you do GitHub sync? How do you debug with the ease? I think someone was calling out that we have to be experts in debugging and understanding. You can easily use it in the chat mode and debug also, right? So it says built unsuccessful. Minute, period, AM, PM is not accessible. Let's try, can do, okay, let's just click on this one, try to fix it. I'm doing debugging now. It's great. Just getting to, and it's Murphy's, right? If demos don't fail, then what will? It has to fail when it has to fail. That's the good part of doing these workshops. So I'm waiting for it to fix this. It is looking at the errors. There is a type mismatch in the Hangout creation. The TypeScript error shows that we are trying to design optional properties marked with. Let's fix this typing issue. Okay. Any other questions, concerns for cohort related curriculum? You can visit the website. You can reach out to Sakshi. She will help you with that.